Went to the public and had about 5 different meetings and asked for the direction they wanted our schools to go. After that, we passed a millage. We are still the 7th or 8th lowest millage in the state of Arkansas. With that millage, we parlayed that into $35 million worth of improvements to the Magnolia School. And if you ride schools, if you ride around, I think we have every campus has some improvement, if not a new building on it. And yes, the rumor is true that John Moore can squeeze the buffalo off a nickel. Also, during that time, we've also kept our curriculum up. And our most important one, I think, is about 6 years ago, we met with the AP, which is Advanced Placement People in the state of Arkansas. We were in the 4th group that were approved to initiate this program. What it does is compensates the students and teachers for increasing their scores on AP tests. We rank now as the 4th highest in the state of Arkansas out of over 200 and something schools. And all this has been accomplished by the leadership of Dr. Moore. You know, it's very rewarding. Only just a couple of times that we've gone to the board, Arkansas State Board of Education. And when the state board tells you that Magnolia Public School is in the top echelon of schools in the state of Arkansas, it really makes you feel proud. And I just want to say publicly, from myself and from all the community, we just want to thank you, John Moore, for what you've done for us. And they even think so much that John has told me that he and Mary are going to retire and stay here in Magnolia. So we appreciate that very much.
Tonight, on behalf of Leadership Magnolia, I am pleased to present the award for the Distinguished Alumni to Ms. Margaret West. Margaret is the Chief Executive Officer of the Magnolia Regional Medical Center. The community service areas that she is involved with are the Columbia County Health Coalition, Magnolia Rotary, American Heart Association, Women's Crisis Center, provided volunteer nutrition services menu analysis to the Columbia County Jail from 1992 to 1997. She is involved with Relay for Life, Magnolia Blossom Festival, and the Special Olympics. The organizations that she is involved with are: she was president of the American Heart Association from 1996 to 1997, chairman of the board for the Women's Crisis Center from 1996 through 1999, president of South Arkansas Women's Network from 1997 to 98, treasurer of International Pilot Organization from 1989 to 1990, president of International Pilot Organization 1991 to 92, president of the American Dietetic Association 1994 through 1995, National Legislative and Public Policy Committee in Washington, D.C. for the American Dietetic Association from 1996 to 1997, American College of Healthcare Executives, American and Arkansas Hospital Association, American and Arkansas Dietetic Association, and board member of the Magnolia-Columbia County Chamber of Commerce. Margaret has received the Lifetime Achievement Award from South Arkansas Women's Network in 1999, Member of the Year from Arkansas Dietetic Association 1998-1999, and Outstanding Dietitian of the Year from Southern District Dietary Managers Association in 1995. Congratulations, Ms. Margaret West.
This was a surprise to me. I've served on the board, and we said we no longer had surprises, so this was a surprise to me. But thank you so much. I was telling Julia when she was reading all that, so no wonder I'm so tired. But I appreciate this and all the support that the community gives to me and to all the people at the Magnolia Regional Medical Center and all the activities that I've had the privilege to be involved with in the community. Thank you so much.
The Magnolia-Columbia County Chamber of Commerce Award for Educator of the Year will be presented to Mr. Robbie Frizzell of Emerson Taylor Bradley School District. Mr. Frizzell has been an educator for 17 years. For 16 of those years, he served as a math instructor, basketball coach, and baseball coach. Mr. Frizzell is currently the president of Taylor Elementary School. Regardless of his assignment, Mr. Frizzell has always approached his responsibilities with an enthusiasm that is contagious and models his expectations to his students, players, and coworkers. Mr. Frizzell's most public accomplishments include Class A state baseball championships in 2004, 2005, 2008, 2009, and 2013. District, conference, and regional championships are too numerous to mention. What is not so public are the ideals he exemplifies. His students and players have learned that he expects and tolerates nothing less than their best efforts. His patience, self-motivation, effort, and attention to detail are easily seen. One of the best indicators of his positive influence is seen in the intense respect and admiration of his players. In his current position as principal, he has won the confidence, trust, and respect from his staff. Vince Lombardi said, "Leadership is a spiritual quality, the power to inspire others to follow." Please join me as we welcome to the stage Mr. Robbie Frizzell.
I had a little heads up, so I've got something prepared. But thank you, Angie, for the flattering introduction, and I want to say how grateful I am for the honor. Thank you for the attendance of the chamber members and our distinguished guests. Once again, I want to thank the chamber and the selection committee for this great honor and this nice reception. I just share this award with so many people. And first and foremost, the people that have had the most influence on my life. So happy that they were able to be here tonight with me, were my mom and dad, Joy and Bobby Frizzell. Also, so happy to get to share this award with my wife, Vicki, and our kids, Chase, Chloe, and Caden, who are also with me tonight. And so happy that they can share in this award with me as well. Those family members, when you have a husband that is both a principal and a coach, when you have a father that's both a principal and a coach, they have to make some sacrifices. And I just want to let them know how much I appreciate that. I share this award with my past teachers, and especially my math teachers at Magnolia High School. Jan Alford, Katina Bell, and Nancy Langley. The education, the preparation that they gave me for my continued pursuit of my math degree prepared me so well for my future years in college that their teaching was a great influence on me deciding that mathematics would be what I would follow. I want to thank them. I share this with all of my past coaches, both high school, college, the ones that I've befriended from being a coach, being in the profession, but there's one that is special to me, and that's David Sisson. And he was my high school baseball coach, and he continues to be a mentor to me, a good friend, and his influence has been with me every step of my coaching career, and I just wanted to mention him especially. I share this with our school board at Taylor, and especially our superintendent, Mr. Gary Heinze, the recipient of this award last year, which makes it even more meaningful to me. I hate that he could not be here tonight, that his superintendent duties took him away. But they have given me the opportunity to be an administrator and a coach, which is not an opportunity that's given to many. And I just wanted to let them know and let you know how much I appreciate that. I share this with the faculty and the staff at Taylor Public Schools. My teaching has benefited greatly from getting to work alongside such talented professionals. And a very heartfelt special thank you to my wonderful staff at Taylor Elementary for lack of a better word, they have just bent over backwards to make this first year as their principal go smoothly, and they've done just that, and I want you to know how much I appreciate them. I share this award with the community of Taylor. Since I moved there some 17 years ago, I've always felt welcomed. They've always made me feel like I was one of their own, and I am. The people in Taylor take enormous pride in their school. They embrace change, and they share in our vision for excellence in both academics and athletics. And without their support, Taylor Schools would not enjoy the success and the growth that it has today. And finally, and the most important to me, I share this award with the students that I've had the privilege of teaching and coaching. I thank them for their dedication, both in the classroom and on the playing field. Their efforts have given me some of the happiest and the most satisfying moments of my life. I thank you. One more thing before I forget. I want to invite everybody down to Taylor tomorrow night, 5 o'clock. The defending Class A state champion Taylor Tigers play those old Magnolia Panthers at 5 o'clock. I want everybody to come. Thank you.
Congratulations, Robbie, and I'm sure you all be down there tomorrow at 5 o'clock. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Ms. Gabrielle Davis as the Chamber of Commerce Young Person of the Year. I've known Ms. Davis for the last 3 years as a student at Magnolia High School. She's a very fine young lady of utmost moral character and is very deserving of this fine award. Academically, she has excelled. She's a member of Nu Alpha Theta, a Scholars Banquet honoree, and she will be an honored graduate at graduation this year. She has a 4.13 GPA. Gabrielle has not taken the easy road in her coursework. She's currently enrolled in AP Calculus, AP Environmental Science, and AP Literature. She's also involved in many activities throughout the school. She participates in Panther Pride, our Spirit and Dance team, our Student Council, the softball team, the choir, and the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And she has recently been honored as an all-region and all-state in the state choir. She's involved in the community. Some of her community activities include Relay for Life, the Specialized Services, Kids First, Boys and Girls Club. She's a member of Today's Youth, Tomorrow's Leaders, and also the Youth Advisory Council. Gabrielle is a leader in all aspects of her life, from playing sports to the classroom. She understands the value of leadership and commitment, and whether she's playing ball, singing in the choir, volunteering in the community, Gabrielle's character is demonstrated by her smile, her work ethic, and her personality. I have particularly been impressed with Gabrielle and her ability to shuffle so many activities and excelling in all those activities. Her priorities are in order. Therefore, it is my honor to introduce to you Ms. Gabrielle Davis for this prestigious award, and she is very bright, friendly, and deserving young lady with a great future ahead of her. Please join me in welcoming Gabrielle Davis. The good news just keeps coming. Not only did she have some outstanding scholarships this year, but she just received a $250 scholarship sponsored by Southern Title Company owners Robert and Crystal McDonald. USAU.
I am greatly humbled and honored to be receiving this award. I would like to offer my sincerest gratitude to everyone who has helped me provided me with the community service activities, and everyone who has contributed to my success, and even the positive words people have bestowed upon me. I can't express how happy I am to be receiving this award, and once again, thank you.
In small communities and small businesses, many times we have to wear multiple hats. I'm sure many of you in here know what I'm talking about. Specialization is not a luxury that many businesses can afford, especially in smaller communities and small businesses. This is my story. I'm sure many of you can relate. For instance, Parnell called me today and wanted to ask me a question about tonight, and I couldn't answer the phone because I was plunging the toilet. True story. So you have so many tasks and so many responsibilities, you just feel overwhelmed, feel like you aren't doing anything well. About 3 years ago, I was drowning in all the responsibilities that I had, and I needed somebody to come alongside me and help me take over some of my workload. Someone who could do the job better than me, which wouldn't have taken much. Someone who I could trust. I'd been looking to hire this person for a few years, but finally the stars aligned and we worked it out for him to come on board with us. This guy served our country in Operation Iraqi Freedom as a 5th Platoon team leader in the U.S. Army National Guard Bravo Troop 1st of the 151st Cavalry. He served as a youth pastor to First Baptist Church in McNeil. He works with the Watchdog Dad program at the Magnolia Kindergarten, speaking to schools around the area about the Watchdog Dad program. He has served with Leadership Magnolia in the current class and was instrumental in organizing the Magnolia Texas Hold'em Championship Tournament, which was a huge success and very fun. I'm sure many of you were there at that. And that was Bobby's brainchild. He works with me at People's Bank and is the information security officer and the security officer, and wears many other hats as well. He's an awesome dad to Landon and Ruth, a husband to Mary, one of my best friends, and one of our great employees at People's Bank. And this year's Chamber of Commerce Employee of the Year goes to Bobby Heinze.
First, let me say, Cammie, I want to thank you for all that you've done as our chamber director and our economic developer. She's wore two hats for a long time, y'all, and she's done a great job. To Mickey and Ginger for all their hard work in assisting her, we're very lucky to have those ladies. And Ellie Baker, she is a jewel that I found on the square one day while visiting our merchants. And it was all I could do, but like Jonathan, I found that diamond in the rough, and she's going to be great for our chamber. She's great for our city. And in July, she's coming around, and you need to get signed up on your chamber dues. Tonight, it's an honor for me to present Business Person of the Year. When I think of this person, I think great customer service. He and his company represent Magnolia all over the world. He started with 8 people and a dream. Now he employs 140 and has never had a layoff. He very quietly moves about our city doing great things for the people and organizations when called upon, never once asking for anything in return. Mark has a son, Charlie, who gets his name from the founder of Southern Alumni, Mr. Charles Taylor. Mark is a humble man about business, very humble to his people, a man that fears God and calls on him for guidance and prayer before the team talks business. Now that's just smart. Mark always tells his people he would be nothing without them. His father always told him, dance with who brought you. On a personal note, I try not to ever bother Mark, but when I need him, he always calls me back, and he's never told me no. I'm a better person and a mayor for knowing Mark Taylor. If you would, please stand and welcome our Business Person of the Year, Mr. Mark Taylor.
Jonathan, I know about those plungers. I've got a few of them. I just want to thank you, Alex, for the kind words in the chamber, the mayor's office. My dad, I give all the credit to God, my Lord. I mean, he blessed me. I mean, that's what it's all about. He put a man in my life, of course, before me, because he was my father, Charlie. That was, when I came back to Magnolia, ended up being my partner, business partner, best friend, and father. 3 things, and that's something I always cherish. And what little I did learn from him was that you got to treat your folks right. And you serve those folks, and just like Parnell does, and said a minute ago, you dance with what brung you. When we have profitable years, everybody shares in it, because that is what made that company grow and succeed. And there's so many folks that deserve recognition because of this award, and it's called Business Person of the Year. But I may be walking out with it in my hands, but it's going to Southern Alumni because it's those folks that make this award happen. And I appreciate it very much.
You know, as I look around the room tonight, I see a lot of new faces, and I'm sure you do too. So there's no need for somebody to leave and you not know who they are. So Magnolia, this is our chance to make new friends. So I encourage you, please find out who's sitting by you. Again, I'm thankful to the Chamber and the citizens of Magnolia and Columbia County to present the award of Public Servant of the Year. The Magnolia Fire Department is made up of 12 full-time firemen and 9 volunteers, some of those who are sitting back here. They always put in 2,000 hours of training and 24 drills per year. Our fires were down 6.7% in 2013. Greg and his men were very instrumental in getting Magnolia's ISO rating from a Class 5 down to a Class 3, and that will save all of us money. It takes leadership for this to happen, and that's where Chief Penner comes in. 34 plus years of service to the city. Chief Penner will be the first to say that he could not do what he does without the men of his department and the great people of Magnolia. He's a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a son. Greg is active in the community and his church. The Magnolia Fire Department has excelled under Chief Penner's leadership. I could not ask for a better department head. He and his men are always ready to answer the call. Magnolia is in safe hands with Greg Penner. Again, if you would, please stand and welcome Mr. Greg Penner.
Thank you very much, Mayor. On behalf of the Magnolia Fire Department, thank you. One thing that I'd like to do is invite everybody, wherever in your neighborhood, come out and watch us fight a fire. It's truly amazing what the guys do. So we do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The Magnolia-Columbia County Chamber of Commerce presents the Community Service Award to a person willing to put others before himself. He gives and expects nothing in return. Volunteers don't necessarily have the time, they just have the heart. The Community Service Award this year will be presented to James P. Souter. James is an active member of Greer's Chapel Methodist Church, where he serves as president of the board. He supervises the HAM project at Greer's. This is a program that builds wheelchair ramps for people in need. For several years, James has taken the church youth group on a week-long mission trip called OMP. Ozark Mission Project teaches the young people to build wheelchair ramps, paint houses, and clean yards, among other things. The adults supervise as the youth learn to have a heart for people in need. James gets people to their doctor's appointments, both in town and out of town, through the El Dorado Connection. James has served on many boards in Magnolia, the Magnolia Boys and Girls Club, and the Independent Living Center, to name two. James is a chili expert and has cooked for the Independent Living Center and the Fall Festival. James has been the Magnolia Blossom Festival State Cook-Off co-chairman, excuse me, and in charge of the trash for the festival. He's helped, which is important if you've ever been there. He's helped to build the stage for the Blossom Festival and continues to see over the upkeep today. After a storm recently pulled the flagpoles down around the square, James helped rehang all the flagpoles. This is one of the many projects he's done for the square. James was instrumental in having the aluminum for bleachers donated in the area, most recently for the SAU baseball field. He was there to oversee the installation as well. James was involved in getting the men's and women's softball league started, as well as spending many hours on getting the original fields built on Stadium Street. James and wife Sarah have 2 children, Stephen and Megan, and 3 grandchildren.
Stephen says his dad spent many hours at the Boys and Girls Club coaching any sport he and Megan chose to play. In addition, he would participate in the upkeep and repair of the field and bleachers. James stays busy getting the grandchildren to ball practice. Stephen and Kelly count on him to pick the kids up and get them anywhere they need to go. Would you join me as we welcome to the stage one of the hardest working men in Magnolia, James P. Souter.
Thank you. I've waited a long time to get up in front of a lot of people like this, and I've got a poem I want to recite. No, I really want to thank y'all for this honor, and it is an honor. And this is a complete surprise to me. As you can see, I've got a lot of things prepared here, but Mark did get one thing. His dad had a big influence on me, too. If you wanted to look up the word integrity in a dictionary, it'd say C. Charles Taylor. If our companies today had a little bit of the integrity that Charles Taylor had, we wouldn't be in some of the problems we're in now. I want to thank everybody like Charlie that has helped me, and there's so many of you around here now. If you need anything done, don't call me, please. But most of all, I want to thank God for giving me the help and the opportunity to do that. Thank you. Thank you.
I thought it never would get to be my turn. I tell you, I'm not used to being on this end of this, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the chamber banquet tonight. I appreciate all of y'all coming. I have the privilege to announce the Business Industry of the Year Award for the Magnolia-Columbia County Chamber of Commerce. As we looked around our community and we evaluated the businesses and industries, you know, this award could just go to so many even that are represented here tonight. The company was founded in 1959 in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. The company philosophy of providing consistent quality and superior service to its customers has stood the test of time and allowed the company to grow and be a major provider in its industry. The company operates 14 plants in 5 states, serving the central U.S. 2 of those plants are located here in Arkansas. The company has over 120 employees, and in a town and a community the size of Magnolia, that's a lot. It's always a good community partner. You know, our natural resources of bromine, oil and gas, timber have always been a vital part of Columbia County's economy. And this year, representing the timber industry, our Business of the Year award goes to Hixson Lumber Sales. And I'd like to invite Todd Beams to come up here and accept that award. He's their general manager.
I just want to say a couple of words. About 11 years ago, I moved my family from Winfield, Louisiana to Magnolia, Arkansas, and to run the Hixson Lumber Sales plant here in Magnolia. I was a little apprehensive at first, a little scared because I was born and raised in Winfield, Louisiana, and never knew anything else. But since we came here and raised 3 sons here, this has become our home and our community. And we plan to retire here and live here because we love Magnolia. We love the people in Magnolia. And there are a lot of really, really good things going on at Hixson Lumber Sales. You drive out Highway 19 south, what you see is not always what you get. We've got 37 acres out there, but when you drive past it, you just go by about 100 yards of it. I encourage you to stop sometime and let me give you a tour and show you everything we're doing. Right now, we have just broken ground on a sawmill that we're going to build here, hopefully. Our target date for sawing our first log is July 4th. That is going to add what I estimate to be 40 new employees in Magnolia. So we've got some really good things happening out there. I thank everybody here. I thank the business community. And I appreciate everything that y'all do to encourage us.
This is very humbling for me to present this award for Citizen of the Year. If everyone's heart was like our Citizen of the Year, I promise you Magnolia would be the greatest place on earth. I've never met anyone like our citizen in my life. I believe a person like this only comes once in a lifetime. As a teenager, driving, I would pass our citizen's business and think, not much happening there, no cars up front. Little did I know. I remember the first time I met our Citizen of the Year face to face. I hadn't been mayor just a few months. I'll never forget, the citizen came in and he said, "Mayor, I need your permission." I lost my breath. My thought was, you don't need my permission, you're the Citizen of the Year. But that's how humble our citizen was and is. Our citizen puts everyone before himself, always checking on family members of his employees, making sure all is well on the home front. Family first. He's a son, he's a father, he's a grandfather, and he's a great man in my book. Loves people, the outdoors, never meets a stranger, and if he does, not for long. Our citizen has given more than you will ever know to this city since I've been mayor. He runs under the radar. He never wants recognition for what he does. Had I met him 30 years ago, I wouldn't be mayor today because I'd still be working for him. I was told that he wasn't coming tonight. He was going out of town. But when his daughter called and said, "Dad, I need a date," without hesitation, he said yes. Now that's love. Thank you, KK. I want you to stand and welcome our Citizen of the Year, Mike Davis.
Anybody that knows me very well knows that I don't like recognition, and I go to great lengths to try not to appear that I'm standing out. And that tendency goes back to the day that I discovered there was such a thing as a National Honor Society. But I didn't want to, I just never did. I used to, my mother should probably with me because I used to tell her, I said, I just want to be middle of the road. And this is a great honor and a great privilege. It's a blessing to be a member of a family. It's a privilege to be a member of the community, especially a great community like Magnolia-Columbia County. It's a tremendous honor to be a member of the team, and I am. And the people that deserve this, and the people that make me look good, are sitting at these two tables. And this award and this honor is not going to my home. It's going to our office, because each and every one of them deserve a piece of it way more than I do. Thank you very much.
I was the president of the chamber last year, as has been mentioned. And I want to take this opportunity to thank someone who I got to know pretty well, serving on the chamber. This person's invaluable to the chamber and to our town as well. This person's been a lifelong resident of Columbia County, an entrepreneur, served on too many boards, groups, commissions to name, but I'll try to give you a list. I'm not going to, hope I don't wear you out. It makes me tired just reading all these. This person's been chair of the Magnolia Advertising and Promotion Commission, chair of Columbia County Board for Broadband, Columbia County Fair Board, Adult Education Board, Leadership Magnolia Board, Golden Triangle Economic Development Board, Arkansas Economic Development Commission Committee, Rotary President, Arkansas Chamber, Arkansas South Tourism Board. She's been involved in legislation with the County Caucus, received the Career Achievement Award in 2011 from the South Arkansas Women's Network. Besides all of that, she found the time to work in the community garden. She took over the responsibility of the Chamber of Commerce in directorship in 2006 and the Blossom Festival in 2007, adding to that the MEDC in 2011, and recently went full-time with the MEDC. And there's no telling what I left out. She's mom to 2, grandmother to 4, husband to Ronnie, which is a full-time job, I'm sure, and our town cheerleader. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Cammie Hambrice.
I told Ellie this was her banquet, that tonight started her time and I was stepping into the background, and that's what I mean. And Mickey and Ginger will tell you that sometimes I turn to them and say, I'm not the chamber director. So we're learning all those new things at our office, but I've appreciated the opportunity to serve this community in the role of Chamber of Commerce Director. I have met people and learned to love people that I would have never rubbed shoulders with had I not had this job. Great people in this community. We have a lot to celebrate and a lot to be thankful for here in Magnolia and Columbia County. And we've got a lot going on right now, economic development-wise, and I'm real excited about that. And we just need to focus in and continue to help have new jobs here in our community. And we've got some great companies that are doing a lot of neat things. So I appreciate, again, the opportunity to serve at the Magnolia Economic Development Commission as the director. And I have loved my chamber, and I'm glad we're all still in the same office, so I won't feel like I really give it up. But we will see you at the Blossom Festival. And while we're cheering, I want to mention that SAU's having a rodeo tonight and tomorrow night. It may be Saturday too. Where's Josh? Saturday also. So we have a new arena. Let's go out and see it and have a good time out there. It helps us to have some quality of life things to do. The rodeo's a lot of fun. So I've plugged that and been that cheerleader, but I appreciate Ellie taking the job, and I look forward to working with her in our community to make it just a greater place to live and work alongside all of y'all. And if you need anything, you don't hesitate to call our office. One of us will answer the phone that's here tonight. So thank y'all so much. I appreciate it.